Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now then, today we're having a look at this rather striking creation, which is a Switch Wild 4 signature guitar. And I'll tell you all about it right after we've heard how she sounds. So there you go. I think you will agree that there is a very credible palette of tones on offer from this guitar. You've got warm, crystalline, clean sounds, a nice bluesy lead guitar sound from the neck pickup, a good crunchy power chord sound from the bridge, and a very articulate high gain humbucker sound as well. It's really difficult to think of a genre of music that you couldn't make a decent job of with this guitar. The most surprising thing about it, however, is that there is not so much as a matchstick's worth of wood in this guitar, as we will now find out by looking at the specifications. Okay, let's have a look at what the catalogue says about the Switch Wild 4 signature electric guitar. The Wild 4 signature brings the player an entirely new level of pickup and tone control. A cool blue Alnico 2 humbucking pickup in the neck position and a Stinger Alnico 5 humbucker in the bridge position are totally selectable. Upper position of the three-way toggle selects the neck position only, centre selects both neck and bridge, and down position selects bridge only. Dual coil taps provide the ultimate in transforming both the bridge and neck pickup into single coils, and the three-way toggle remains active. Signature Series Ebonite fingerboard, black hardware, Grover tuning machines, 3 aside. Faux pearl inlay and abalone block inlays are standard features, although our guitar seems to have neither of these, sporting these rather odd looking multicoloured position dots. The body, however, is exactly as described, featuring a 3D Vibracell body in teardrop colours. So there you go. Okay, so there's a fair degree of hyperbole in that, but it's a brochure, it's a marketing document, you've got to expect that. The two words, though, that do scream marketing all over them to me are Ebonite for the fingerboard and Vibracell for the body. This is a guitar made entirely from injection moulded polyurethane resin. It's a plastic guitar, basically. But you heard how this guitar sounds earlier, and to me, this guitar really does throw a bit of a spanner in the works of that theory that a guitar, a good sounding guitar, has to be made from, you know, properly seasoned mahogany or swamp ash, rosewood, maple, yada yada yada. It just, you know, this sounds great, and it's made from plastic. So, you know, I don't want to start any controversies here, but you know, all I can say is this guitar isn't made from any of those materials. It's made from plastic, and it sounds great, and it plays beautifully as well. The action on this guitar is so ridiculously low. I mean, properly low. It is effortless to play. There is not a jot, not a scintilla, not a bit of fret buzz, choking. There are no dead spots on the neck. It sustains like you would not believe. If you're in a covers band and you ever have to play Parisian walkways, you will nail that big long sustain note in the middle every night. I'll guarantee it if you're playing this guitar. It is a fantastic instrument, and I'm very grateful to the kind viewer to this channel who donated this guitar to Guitars for Good Causes. If you don't know what Guitars for Good Causes is, I'll just briefly recap on that. Basically, it's a GoFundMe campaign that I've set up where you can donate money to this channel. I then use that money to go out and buy guitars, which I then review, like I'm reviewing this one now. And then once the reviews are up on YouTube, the guitars get auctioned off, with proceeds going to a charity called Zoe's Place, which is an organisation in Middlesbrough which provides palliative, respite and end-of-life care to children under 5 with terminal illnesses. So this guitar is going to be sold with proceeds going to that cause. So more details on that later. So yes, it is on the whole a very nice guitar. It's a shame that Switch Guitars didn't really make it as a company. Trev Wilkinson was the designer behind these guitars, and anything he usually has a hand in is worthwhile checking out, as is the case with this guitar. There are one or two things I'm not entirely keen on though, so in the interest of balance, let's get those out of the way. This upper horn on here, I mean, you know, I get why they did it. It's just that they're trying to appeal to the same market as people who would have bought a Parker Fly, but it just seems a little bit cheesy and obvious that, you know, that's what they're kind of going after there. I would much rather have preferred something a little bit more either unique in its own way, to give this guitar its own identity, right, rather than trying to copy the identity of a Fly, or just traditional. You know, nothing wrong with, I mean, the guitar is radical enough in terms of its construction. You know, you're allowed to be a little bit traditional in terms of the shape. The other thing I'm not keen on are these snooker ball coloured inlay markers on the fretboard. I would much rather have had the abalone or pearloid markers that are mentioned in the catalogue. I just don't get it, but then again, that could be the thing that makes you fall in love with this guitar. It looks unique, you can't take that away from it, and it is probably going to divide opinion. You're either going to love this guitar or hate it. Either way, you can't deny it's a fantastic musical instrument. It has a beautiful range of tones on offer. It's a very versatile sounding guitar. You'd really struggle to find a genre of music from metal right the way through to jazz or country and pop and anything that you couldn't play on this guitar. And as I've mentioned at some length, I believe, it plays absolutely gorgeously. It's so easy and buttery to play. I forgot to mention earlier that it's a Gibson 24 3/4 inch scale length as well. So, you know, it feels slick and slinky and plays beautifully, sounds gorgeous. What more do you want from an instrument, you know? Now, in terms of value, good quality used examples of this brand of guitar usually go for somewhere in the region of about £200, which is roughly what I'm hoping to achieve for this instrument. It does, in the interests of full disclosure, have one little battle scar on the back here. Looks like the paint's just had a little bit of a chip there, but you know, from the front it's showroom fresh. but obviously that damage there needs to be taken into account when we're talking about a value for it. So in terms of selling it, today is Friday the 22nd of June. What I'm going to do is I'm going to offer this guitar for sale and invite bids for it. Basically, we're not going via eBay anymore because the seller fees are just getting a little bit ridiculous, frankly. It was nearly £100 worth of eBay seller fees last month, and I just really can't swallow that at the moment. So here's the way it's going to work. I'm inviting bids for this guitar. Okay, you've got my email address. If you haven't, it's at the end of all of these videos and the beginning, and it's in the description box below this video. So send me a bid that you think is appropriate for you to buy this guitar. Okay, we're going to keep this open until a week on Saturday, which is the 30th of June. So you've got till then to get your bid in. Then I will notify the highest bidder that they are the highest bidder, and what you then do, if that's you, is don't send me any money. Okay, what you need to do is go to the Zoe's Place website and make your donation there in the same way as I'm sure you've seen me do it on this channel many times. Go to Zoe's Place website, make your donation of the bid that you put in for the guitar, and then email me confirmation that you've paid them that money. Either you'll get a receipt email from them, so you can forward that to me, or a screenshot of your PayPal payment, or whatever. Any way that you can prove to me that you've made that payment. As soon as I get that proof, I ship you the guitar. That's the way it's going to work from now on. So there it is. That is the Switch Wild 4 signature guitar. Beautiful instrument, and let's try and raise a good deal of money here for Zoe's Place. Now then, on to other matters. As you may be aware or may not, there is a competition running on this channel at the moment where you can win an absolutely fantastic little Black Star Fly 3 amplifier package, which contains the amplifier and the power supply. This amp is absolutely incredible. It totally blew me away. I was expecting it to sound like a cheap little plastic box, and it sounded like a big, properly nice boutique amplifier with the right settings. It's a fantastic little practice amp, and a great way of generating a guitar tone if you're doing a bit of home recording as well, and you can win one. All you've got to do is check out the link below this video for the competition that I'm running, and I'm at about 5,600 subscribers on this channel now. The competition's closing date is on the day that I reach 6,000 subscribers. So you've still got time to get an entry in. I've had a listen to a few that have been sent to me so far, and the standard is really good. So well done, guys. Keep it up. Keep getting those entries sent in. And you could win a fantastic little amp, and yeah, you got nothing to lose. Now then, also, if you are looking for some tailored one-to-one guitar tuition, then get in touch with me via the details at the end of this video. If you live on Teesside in the northeast of England, you can come along for a face-to-face lesson, or wherever you are in the world, you can have a lesson via Skype, and whichever way you do it, your first lesson is on me. It's completely free. Costs you nothing to find out. So again, you've got nothing to lose. And with that, I'll bid you all a good day and look forward to seeing you all again next time, and bye for now, folks.